What's up, VIP gang? Welcome back to the VIP Lounge, where you gain value, impact, and purpose. Welcome back to the lounge, the Base Squad Lounge. So, as you read from the title, I'm giving you guys a life update concerning my purity journey. This is almost 3 years later. So, for those that are watching this video and that did not watch the first video that I uploaded on, I think it's the 10th of July 2023, I'm gonna link it down in the description box so you guys can go and watch that video first because that is like the, what do you call it, part 1 of my Purity Journey series. So today we are just catching up on how that has been going for me. So before you watch this video, please do make sure to watch the first one that's titled My Purity Journey Waiting for Marriage because it's going to coincide with gonna make sense if you watch that first and then come back here where we talk about the last 3 years. Picking up from where we left off 3 years ago, where I was saying that I am on a purity journey, waiting for marriage. I'm not gonna indulge in adult activities until God sends me the right person at the right time to do things the right way. So going back on that and just reflecting, I realized that now I'm still on my purity journey, by the way. We're still going strong, but I've learned a lot of lessons along the way, and I've realized that back then I thought me embarking on a purity journey was about me saving myself for that one spiritual beneath man that is sent to me by God. But as time has gone by so quickly, I've learned that, you know, marriage is a ministry, as I have said before, and it's not Israel's calling, it's not Israel's ministry. And I don't even know if I'm gonna get married because right now I am single and I've been single for a minute and I feel I feel good. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything special or anything out of this world when it comes to marriage, even though a lot of my friends and peers are married or getting married and starting their own families, right? I noticed how I am in such a good space. I don't feel the pressure to do what everyone else is doing. And my reasons for jumping onto this purity journey has changed. Back then it was all about saving myself for marriage, and now it's more about it being a self-love journey. I'm not completely closed off to the idea of getting married and being intimate with somebody, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, if it doesn't happen, I'm totally okay. Because I feel like the most important intimacy that I need and that I have is that with God. A lot of people, both men and women, are on this fast track racing to get to that intimacy of husband and wife. And it doesn't mean that because I am not in that category anymore, it doesn't mean that I am not a sexual being. It doesn't mean that I am immune to sexual desires or thoughts or feelings, but it just simply means that I'm in a different headspace where I'm pursuing deeper intimacy with God than that with a man. My end goal is to go ahead and meet God and say, Lord, here I am, your faithful servants who live the life on earth of obedience, of self-love, and honoring your holy temple, right? So, if it happens that I do get married, then fine. I'm open to it. But now it's more to do with just me prioritizing myself, me putting myself first. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of women and girls have been conditioned mentally and socialized to think and believe that saving yourself for marriage is the end goal, is the it goal. Like being a virgin is the coolest thing ever, and when you want to save yourself for marriage, your husband is gonna receive you and love you and respect you and appreciate you for the hard work that you put into saving yourself for him. But what we don't realize is that even those good women that save themselves for marriage, you can tell yourself that I'm saving myself for marriage and then you get married like these other women are. You get into a marriage, you realize that the person that you got married to is unequally yoked with you, you're not on the same page, they're doing their own thing, they don't even value you, they don't respect you, they don't acknowledge the hard work that you put into saving yourself, they mistreat you, they commit adultery, they're promiscuous, they don't even honor the covenant that you and them and God has. So it's not so much about preserving yourself for that one lucky guy or preserving yourself to do things the right way within the parameters or container or covenant called marriage. So self-love is about self-care, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, telling yourself that I am valuable and even if I choose to save myself for marriage, yes, I'm gonna save myself for marriage, but I'm not just saving myself for marriage. It's about saying that I am choosing to honor my body and honor God. We might tell each other that marriage is the best place to release your purity. But it's not about the marriage, it's not about your husband, it's not always about doing things the right way, the right time, and with the right person. But it's about what God says. It's about listening to God's voice. God talks to us in so many ways. The unfortunate thing is that we are sinners, and as Christians, we've over preached the message of not judging, we've over preached about acceptance, and over preaching about acceptance is what has led us into believing and thinking and accepting that engaging in premarital intimacy is okay. We find a lot of young couples that are not even married, that consistently come to church and that are even serving in the church, but are still engaging in premarital intimacy. Why? Because we've conditioned our minds and socialized ourselves that God is loving, He's forgiving, He understands us. But God also gets really pained and troubled when we disobey Him, when we belittle some of the instructions that He gives us. We think it's just normal to sin against God and He loves us, He forgives us, and we move on, and we keep on doing what we're doing. What is your guilty conscience telling you when you do whatever you're doing with your person? God knows, He understands that we are human and we feel things. We are supposed to feel things. And mind you, people with disabilities are not exempted or excused from having their own desires, fantasies, thoughts and feelings, imaginations, people with disabilities are not asexual. They are very sexual. You actually find that people with disabilities are the most sexually liberated and sexually aware of their sexuality, their bodies, and things like that. But because of discrimination, because of limitations, and because of societal notions, a lot of them either don't get to experience physical intimacy or only get to experience physical intimacy at a later stage in their life. So those are some of the challenges that will also make some of us fall spiritually because we are also trying to prove to the mainstream that hey, we can also do what you guys do. Or hey, we also want what you guys are doing. But then how we are doing it is the wrong interpretation of what it means to be sexual. So as for me, I I don't think I've had that many situations where a guy has been sexually drawn to me or sexually attracted to me or even what can I call it? Bring out the conversation, yeah? There's just a few guys that I've engaged with when it comes to that specific topic, right? And I don't know if it's my lifestyle or environment, but at the moment I haven't been entertaining such interactions. I guess it's also a choice. Purity is a choice. Purity is a lifestyle. So I think in my previous video I spoke about how purity is not just about not engaging in what married people do, but it's also knowing your triggers. It's also understanding that you can be sexual in so many ways. Being sexual doesn't only mean that you are engaging in premarital intimacy with another person. You can be sexual by thinking about it, by talking about it with your friends. You might just think these are normal conversations that people have as adults, but you're actually triggering your mind and even your body to to have those desires. Engaging yourself in explicit content, whether it's on social media, TV, music, there are various forms of triggers that make us fall spiritually. There are various forms of triggers that can easily defile our minds, our bodies, our spirits even. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but what do you choose to engage yourself in? The type of people, the type of music, even how you choose to carry yourself says a lot about your purity, the level of obedience, and even the relationship that you have with God. So, for the last 3 years, I have been even more intentional about how I carry myself, who I bring into my space. It's not just about choosing not to engage in premarital intimacy. It's not just about protecting myself from unhealthy and unnecessary attachments with people that are not presented to me by God. And it's also not about unplanned or unexpected pregnancies or diseases, but it's also just about me valuing myself. My purity is now for me and for God. It has nothing to do with the person that is going to marry me anymore. because, as I said earlier, you might think you're saving yourself for your man and he's gonna love you even more, he's gonna appreciate you. A lot of these men don't even care. And it's so sad that most of these men have been conditioned and socialized that women are looking for experienced men and that it's important for them to marry a virgin, but do they really understand what that means or what that entails? Who is it? Ah, Kinamari. Sorry. So as I was saying, men have been conditioned and socialized and have been trained to prioritize marrying a virgin. But do they even know or understand what that really means or what that entails? Because purity is not just about the woman. Purity goes on both sides. Even men are supposed to love themselves, take care of themselves, preserve themselves. Because as long as you're a human being, your body is the temple of the Lord. It really breaks my heart that men have been socialized to believe that women are looking for men that are experienced. As for me personally, that is not what I am looking for. For me, I need somebody that is in tune with themselves, in tune with their purity. Because experience can be gained. You can start from zero. What I've learned is that women are different, men are different. What we like, what we are attracted to is different. And even looking back now, what I was attracted to back then and what is now attracting me is different. It's different because I have grown. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago. I'm not in the same place I was in so many ways in all the aspects of my life, particularly spiritually. I'm different. Back then I was attracted to shallow things. I was attracted to ungodly things. Now I'm prioritizing different things, and for me, I know that it's difficult to come across men that have also made the decision to preserve themselves, whether it's from a point of virginity or from a point of celibacy. It's about that intentional decision that you make for yourself. Purity is for you as an individual. It's for your own good. It's not like saving yourself for marriage is gonna, it's not like you're gonna win an award or a medal for keeping yourself. You're supposed to. It's expected of you to take care of yourself. It's expected for you to understand that your body is a holy place. So you must treat it as such. You need to know and understand that sharing your body with somebody, even if you find somebody that is amazing, you need to understand that you're going to share your body with someone and continue to be the same person. Sharing your body with someone is a lot. You're sharing your 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 personal space. When I interact with people, I actually learn so much about myself. When I interact with guys, I can take note of so many things. Oh, I like the way this guy talks to me. Oh, I like the way this guy treats me. Oh, I'm attracted to the way this person speaks. Oh, I like the way this person holds my hand. As you go without compromising your purity, sharing your body is not just about prioritizing great marital intimacy, which is what many of us want when we get married. But I've realized that the knowledge and wisdom that the theoretical and practical knowledge that a lot of people have acquired outside of marriage in many cases does not apply when you do eventually get married because at the end of the day, no two people are the same. So if you got so used to so and so like this and like that, and then you come to me when we're not married, and then you start wondering why what you've learned, the information you bring into our marriage is not applicable to me. It's because we are different. This is why I'm always saying that diversity is beautiful. So what I like is not what the next woman likes. What this guy likes is not what the other guy likes. We are different. And because we are different, there's nothing wrong with discovering that when we're now at the end of the road. Because when we're not at the end of the road, it's easier. Because during the journey, during I'm forgetting the word I want to use, but while we were on our way to marriage, we were putting in the understanding, the consideration, the communication, and that is what we are going to use and apply once we get to the end of the road, which is marriage. So whatever information is collected outside is not going to be useful. It's the wrong kind of information that you're taking in. Many of us are learning so many different things from the wrong sources, the wrong time, and the wrong way. We ought to be teaching young people to prioritize intimacy with God and prioritizing self-love and self-care from a holistic point of view and approach. Marriage is not the most important thing because when judgment day comes, Jesus is not going to ask you, did you have great intimacy in your marriage? No. Jesus is going to replay everything that you did here on earth, and he's going to point out all the things that you did in regards to disobedience. So, obedience is the priority. It's not about saving yourself it's not about saving yourself to fill your body with the right person, the right way, and at the right time only. But it's also about understanding that even sharing your body with somebody it brings a lot of things. With intimacy comes vulnerability, and vulnerability can be both negative and positive. So because many of us don't have that wisdom, we don't know in the way that we are making vulnerable is it positive or negative. This is why we end up experiencing so many different things in life, often sharing our bodies with other people recklessly. So it's about sharing your body with caution, with the right person, at the right time, the right way, and knowing and understanding that after sharing your body with the next person, you're not going to remain the same. Something about you is going to change. For some, a lot is going to change. If you are emotionally disconnected before crossing that line, you will realize that you're going to experience emotions in such a way you've never done before. And it might not make sense in that moment because you recklessly decided to share your body. Even if you told yourself you were saving yourself for marriage, the fact that you saved your marriage for somebody that is not equally yoked with you or somebody that you had no knowledge or wisdom to see that they are not for you. This is why it's important for us to take our time and get to know each other and also engage with the appropriate people to help us discern whether this is going somewhere or it's not. We're gonna come across so many challenges, so many moral struggles because we are human. We feel things, we think about these things, we fantasize. Either way, you make an effort each day to stay away from the triggers. Knowing your triggers is also important. So either making an effort to stay away from your triggers. There are those moments where your body just does a number on you or your mind does a trick on you and you find yourself rushing or flooding with such feelings and thoughts and all these things that make you wonder if what you're doing is right. Over understanding has also created problems for us because the moment you choose to understand things that you can tell are unacceptable to God, even to yourself, there's a problem because God doesn't want us to compromise our values, our principles, even our morals for worldly pleasures and desires because, like I said, judgment day is coming and no one knows the time and the date when that is, and we ought to work hard to be obedient, to follow God's instruction so that when judgment day comes, we are we are meeting our creator, our maker, our father in our best in the best version of ourselves. Right. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Purity applies to everyone and we need to teach our children or the younger generation from the point where they start to get into the adolescent stage. Sit down with them and teach them godly things about purity because many of us fail because we do not have that godly example to look up to or to teach us about these things. Many of us followed the desires of our bodies, the societal pressures of our peers, because there wasn't that person that actually lived by example. Many people are very lucky they even got married to the person that disflowers them. But a lot of people are also unfortunate that they ended up meeting with the wrong people and it became a cycle from this person to that person to that person and they became, what is the word? A promiscuous spirit infiltrated their mind and their body. And this is why it's so difficult for a lot of people who can make a decision to be celibate. But I want you to know that you are still worthy. It doesn't make you less of a person if you choose to embark on a purity journey, whether it's from a point of celibacy or from a point of virginity from the get-go. Your past does not define who you are, and it's your present that determines what happens in the future and what people are going to say about you even after you are gone. What example are you setting for generations to come after you? That's what matters. Making a decision involves you engaging with God, interacting with God to help you because you're not going to be immune to moral struggles. You're going to feel things, you might even fall from time to time, but don't let your shame keep you from or withhold you from continuing with your purity journey or withhold you from building that relationship with God. And the whole thing about African parents prioritizing virginity for Lobola and the bride price, how parents begin to say the bride price or Lobola goes up when a lady chooses to preserve herself. Your worthiness is not measured by your virginity or by the amount of bride price offered to your family. No, so let's not make virginity an issue to consider in marriage. When marriage conversations come up and to teach each other the right things. So those are my lessons, my discoveries, and let me know in the comments what habits have you taken on in your life to embark on this spiritual journey and what other habits have you abandoned to improve your spiritual journey if you're on a spiritual journey like myself or if you're not comfortable sharing with me that kind of information, please do comment down below with the reverse emoji And let me know where you're watching my content from. I really do enjoy interacting with you, my viewers, my supporters, my subscribers, and I really just want my engagement to get bigger because it's the Oscar conversation that we have, the Oscar mark conversation that we have on what is a topic or discussion that we have on here. So I don't just want to be pouring out to you guys and talking on my channel, but I also want you guys to give me feedback in the comment section. And till we meet again, I love you guys deep. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, take care of your bodies and your heart for me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!